We're not against rap. We're not against rappers. But we are against those.
Something big about to happen. I hear the beat tapping. We some fly rhyming felines rapping on the track. Better yet, grab a gat, cause we hot like Enzo. Doors closed, windows up, cause that's the way we like to ride. Windy City hitting. Check mic 1 2 1 2. We live, baby.
What's up, Chicago, and welcome back to Speak Your Mind Radio, episode 615, season 17. I am your hostess with the mostest, Queen Star, aka Ms. Hip Hop. And today, y'all, we have a very special guest up in the house today. I'm super duper excited to announce who he is. He's a Brooklyn native, hip hop head, producer. Yes, he does it all, y'all. Okay. And he's here to talk about his latest EP called Helm. So without further ado, bringing up next to the mic, the one, and I do mean the one and the only, Emerg Da MC. What's up, man?
Yo, MVP, peace and love, Chi-Town's finest. I love you and thank you for the opportunity to be on here. Let me just start this with a greeting to everybody. Peace, peace. It's Emerg Da MC coming to you live and direct. Peace to the Pharaohs, Pharaettes, the Thug and Thugettes. Hope everybody in tranquility and focus on purpose. Let's get to it.
Wow, that's incredible. Yes, thank you so much. I love you too, bro, for real. You know, here on Speak Your Mind Radio, you already know how we do. We start off each and every interview with a traditional icebreaker question for all the artists. So let's get started.
Let's get started.
Okay, so if you could step into a time machine and perform a live set along any hip hop legend from Brooklyn, past or present, who would it be and why?
Oh, whoa. That's the deal breaker right there. Hold on, let me think. I got a few Brooklyn artists I really look up to and like. That's like some of my favorites. I say AZ. I say AZ in the song The Format. That's one of the songs I had when I first started doing music. That's one of the songs I had on replay in the early 2000s, you know? But with that being said, how can I say it? I would want to perform that with him. That's one of the greatest songs ever. The greatest entry verses and everything. So that'd be one of the songs I want to, you know, interact with in that era. In this era, you know what I'm saying? If I could bring it back or whatever the case may be, you know?
Oh yeah, most definitely. And shout out to AZ too, if you're listening. He definitely is a Brooklyn legend. So I do have to go listen to that song you just told me, The Format.
Yeah, it's a very old song, like from the early 2000s. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the early 2000s is old, and I'm old as dirt then. Damn.
But I say this, you're not old until you feel old. If you still got your youth, you aging like wine. You know, I just wanted to mention that. You still got your youth, you still able to walk, you still able to talk.
Amen.
Then keep going. You know, God first.
Yeah, keep God first always and foremost.
Yeah.
Okay, so Emerg, let's talk about your latest EP, Helm. First of all, why the name Helm?
Helm is in the Bible. It's in the Bible. It's like taking leadership or like steering a boat. So it's mentioned in the Bible. So I kind of felt like everything I do is ritualistic. So I felt like that was the position I was in. So that's why I named it that. Like I'm taking leadership, things are falling into place. I'm steering my boat, which is my physical, my flesh, my spirit, my soul. I'm steering it in the right direction that it needs to be steered in. So that's the whole reason I named it. And I just wanted to make a real standout, meaningful, impressionable name, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. And that's a dope explanation. I can see why you named it Helm now. That's really powerful.
Yes, it is. It is taking leadership and steering the direction you want to go in. A lot of people, they got a lot of outside influences, which we all do. But your main thing is to focus on your perception and how you perceive things, you know? So with that being said, you do that, you're able to manifest everything you want by just, you know, being in leadership, being your own being, and just going in the direction with your controls that you want to go, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. Captain of your own ship. I got it.
Yes.
Um, so let me ask you a question. What was the central theme and message of the EP Helm?
The central theme was really self-expression. Self-expression. So there's no limitations to your self-expression. Express however you feel, any way you want to, and just get the message out. And my main thing just was making a relatable message that everybody in the trenches, everybody in poverty, everybody in the hood, they could relate to. And there's a way, there's people that can relate to what you're going through. You know, you're not the only one going through it. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely feel you on that. With that being said, Brooklyn is like such a rich legacy in hip hop. Like, how was it growing up in Brooklyn and how did it shape your sound and approach to your craft?
All right. So Brooklyn, the experiences, that's first. The experiences, like the peer pressure, all of that, you know, it kind of shaped the way that I think and the way I express myself. And also, what's the last thing you mentioned? The last,
Oh, how did it shape your approach to your craft, to your hip
oh,
hop?
how it shaped my, let me see. It shaped my perspective, like living in poverty, you know. We
Hmm.
all needed a way to express ourselves and release the tension and find an outlet to what we're gonna do, you know what I'm saying, and how to better our situation, our mental health,
Yeah,
our physical health, uh things like that. So I just, how it shaped me though, it was a lot of experiences. It's hard to even answer that question. There's so many experiences that shaped it. But the main thing was really being around, like Monroe, between Clarkson and Franklin in Brooklyn. I had a dude named Mikey Ike. You shout out Mikey Ike, Ike Mikey from Bed Style or whatever. He used to freestyle, and he was one of my influences to get me to start doing music, which was the late 90s, early 2000s, well as Cassidy, well as a few other people. I know you're not from Brooklyn, but it all has to do with, helping me find who I am mentally and express myself the way I want to, you know?
yeah, that's definitely true. I know who Cassidy is though, and he's a legend as well. So I definitely
Hmm.
can see how he shaped how you started to want to express yourself in your
Yes.
craft. You know.
It's like, it was Cannabis first. So
Mm.
that's why I'm gonna say Can I Bust. That's his name, Cannabis, one of the greatest lyrical rappers ever, metaphoric, double entendres, triple entendres, quad entendres, all that. So he was one of the people who really shaped, like topped it off or whatever. But Cassidy came a little bit after him. All the Philly rappers, him, Cassidy, Reed Dollars, Cheek Raw, and we had that Brooklyn Philly correlation because we had a similar sound.
Hmm.
Some people, if they was to hear a Philly rapper and hear a Brooklyn rapper, they wouldn't be able to tell the difference, probably by the way they talk, like the accent or the way that they deliver the music. But it all was raw, authentic experiences of poverty, overcoming what we got to go through with police brutality. You know what I'm saying? Things like that.
Definitely, definitely. Okay. But you founded your own production company, Emergency Production LLC. Talk to us about that.
Basically, I've been doing music for years. Let me start with that since the age of 13, right? From 13 to 17, I just freestyled. From 17 till now is when I started writing and started putting things together. But how I founded Emergency Productions was basically my OG Sonny Shines the Black Sun. He gave me the idea of creating an LLC to take my music and things further and copyright my music, all those things. So how can I say it? Yeah, I ran with it. I ran with it. I was like, that's good information. I took it there. I'm like, all right, I need to brand myself. That was the main thing. I need to brand myself, give myself a certain label, give myself a certain area to project what I want to be projected. You know what I'm saying? But Emergency Productions, it came from my first name because my name is Emerg Da MC now. But before that, it was Emergency. It was
Oh,
Emergency. And I'm gonna tell you something about that. Emergency was like, I battle you, you might end up in a ward or whatever. You're gonna go on the ambulance, you know what I'm saying? And it was my experience for dealing with another thing I want to bring clarity to and bring awareness to. I was like dealing with mental health, you
yeah.
know? Dealing with mental health. So that name came from me going to the psych ward and all these things
Mhm.
when I was 19 or whatever the case may be. Never went back, but going to the psych ward when I was 19, and that's how I really came up with the name, and then I incorporated it in my music or whatever the case may be. And with the beats, Bobo, my little brother, my 10-year-old brother, which is he deals with mental health as well. He's autistic or whatever. But he helped me. He taught me how to create beats. He taught me how
Wow.
to create. At 10 years, it's not even. He been doing beats since he was 7. You know,
Dang.
7 years old. He taught me how to rearrange the beat, how to cut the sample, how to put the percussion, how to EQ it. He taught me all of that. You know, so that's really where everything just fall into place. And then I came up with the name Emergency Productions. And when I say production, it's not necessarily just making beats, it's the production of music as well. My artists are being a creative artist. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So does that mean that the artists that you founded are under Emergency Productions?
I can do it like that, but I haven't went that far deep into it. I'm not gonna lie. For right now, it's just branding myself and having a name and dealing with the business because that's another thing. I'm reading on certain things. It may be late. I'm 35, you know. I'm 35, but I just started really looking into the copywriting, the building your brand, how you build a website, how and just how you get a bigger fan base, how you promote things like that. You know?
Yeah. So it's basically self-taught.
Yes, yes. But I got to give a shout out again to my OG, and I say my OG. He's an original genius. I don't consider him to be an original gangster. Original genius. That's what I call my OGs. And he basically gave me the whole blueprint on how to do it. It's just I took my own time to get into it, but he been told me to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope. That's
Yeah.
definitely dope. Okay, so let me ask you something. As you move forward, especially in this era of
Mhm.
indie artists, what advice would you give to emerging talent trying to balance staying true to themselves and finding their own audience, which you have done your own?
Basically, be yourself. Be authentic as possible, and expression has no limitation to it. Just express yourself the way you want to express yourself. Whether it's talking about the things you experience and so they consider to be societal norm, whether you experience things that harsh to you, beneficial, whatever. Just be authentic, be centered in yourself, and project what you want the message to go out to be perceived as. You know?
I love that. Yeah, be authentic and be yourself. It's that simple. Like, don't try to be like no one else. Just
Yeah.
take control of who you are.
And then another thing, now people can inspire you, be an idol. I don't do idolization. I'm not gonna say that. People can inspire you. You may look at people in a certain kind of way that may have a skill set that you want to adopt,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but you don't want to copy nobody. Because you remember, I'm pretty sure you remember, we're not that far apart. I'm 35, and I know you probably about 5 away from me or something like that. But you remember when you steal something, if you steal somebody's music, you get punched in your mouth. You know, you couldn't bite nobody's style. You couldn't
Yeah,
steal a metaphor. You couldn't do none of that. You had to be
nothing.
authentic as possible. That's why, and another thing I want to touch on,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I say the game is kind of watered down now because everybody is just copying. There's no
Yeah.
creativity. There's no true self-censorship. You know what I'm saying? If that's even a word, I'm gonna create that as a word. Self-censorship. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Being centered in yourself and putting out, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I get it.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's get into the music, shall we?
let's go.
Okay, so on the track Helm, you've
Yes,
got two standout features, okay?
yes.
Josiah, who is really young, and Bo King. Can you talk about how these collaborations came about?
These collaborations, King Josiah and King Bobo, that's my brother. So I try to incorporate him in anything that could keep his mental balance and make him understand and see his own worth, you know? So with that being said, I just try to keep him aware as possible. And what's the last thing you said again?
How did the collaborations come about?
The collaborations came on because we sat down and really orchestrated. We got inspired. Let me say this: we got inspired. We was watching battle rap. And then after battle rap, something came on about Helm, and that's how I got the title. But those are the ways we got inspired. But how can I say it? I really don't know how it came about. It just was like a thing in the moment. I kind of felt the inspiration, and I just started writing. It's like once I have a certain idea in a certain way I want to, let off my message and let it be felt. That's what I do. There's really no way of setting up what I do. It's really off an impulse, but it's a controlled impulse, if that makes sense. Because impulse is like doing things sporadically and just doing it to do it. But it's controlled impulse,
Yeah, definitely. But like, even with Josiah, he's so young. How old is Josiah? He's like a kid.
Yeah, he's 10 years old.
That's crazy. He was really rhyming on that track, boy.
Yes, and the thing about it, I've been helping him. I was helping him at one time do his music and record and things like that. Helping him to write, but he started to find his own little niche. He found his own little niche, his own little concepts he wanted to go with. At first, he was kind of having a hard time writing and expressing himself. And I said, say how you feel. Long as you don't curse, but say how you feel and express yourself, and the message will be felt. Yeah. Especially from kids that's around your age that want to do it. Like, yo, I look up to all these rappers and they got a certain message, but hear your message and like, yo, he inspires me. I want to be like him.
Yeah, definitely.
And as we should always teach the youth to be powerful as possible, powerful as possible, know their attributes, know their flaws, but also know how to stay centered in the midst of adversities,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, that's a good track. I tell people all the time they should go listen to it. Helm, because I know Bo King is on it too. He did a great job as well. But just that imagination of a child and the way his perspective is at that age was so inspiring to me. So I'm like, dang, I had to say something about that track. But
see, the job is done if that happened. That's the main thing, to inspire people off your music, to make them perceive things how you see it, or to enter your realm of thinking and make them relate to you, or feel some type of motivation of just lifting a person up. And I know he may be young, but he's very intelligent. That's why I limit the things that I do around him so he can be guided in the right direction.
Yeah, you keep doing that. You keep doing that for him, because he's watching you and he's taking from you and he's learning. And one day he's going to be a man and he's going to come back to you and thank you.
Yes. And just to mention this, like I got 6 brothers all together, but I got 2 brothers that live with me and Mom Dukes or whatever. And one is 24 and Bobo is the 10-year-old. And I could say I damn near raised both of them. I'm not saying my mom didn't have her placement in it, but when they needed information from a grown-up, from somebody who's experienced, they come to me and get information from me. When they going through peer pressure, when they going through anxiety for certain things, when they being judged a certain way and they not in agreement with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's I'm the one that always brings balance and makes sure everything is centered.
Definitely. So on the EP Helm, you have this one track called Super Cyborg. You teamed up with DJ G1. Yeah. What was the creative process like, bringing that futuristic type of energy to life?
the energy and the way I brought it to life was me and DJ G1. We sat down and talked about this one. We was like, yo, he was like, what you want to do on this, man? You want to come up with a concept? I was like, necessarily no. Just get busy. Just get busy. Anything you ever felt, you was holding in, anything that bothered you, any trauma, whatever, anything you see that you just was like, man, fuck that shit. I'm sorry to curse. I didn't even say that.
No, you good. You good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
It was basically like, yo, just express yourself. And some of the tracks I do is like that, just expressing myself. I don't really care where it goes, as long as I'm getting to put out the energy that's suppressed, you know? And one more thing, I have to say this as well. For black men out there, oppression, I knew oppression is suppression because black men can't express themselves. You know what I'm saying? They can't express ourselves without being judged.
Yeah.
By society. Express yourself. Just don't go out here being reactive. You can respond. You can release. That's why I always say find the outlet. Find the outlet to put all that negative energy into. Because they wonder why people start having mental breakdowns, going through what they're going through, is because they got pent up aggression, pent up trials and tribulation, obstacles and adversities, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, how that track came along, we was like, yo, just get busy. Just do your thing. However you feel, just rap. It don't matter. There's no limitations. Go beyond the stars, you know?
Yes. I felt that energy. It was like scene after scene after scene, you know?
Yes.
Okay, so I have to ask you to talk about the creative, to me, they were creative skits. You may have gotten them off the internet or something like that, but the intro, the releasing healing intro and the outro to Tupac's perspective, let's balance those two out, because that intro was powerful as hell. I was like, I shedded a tear. I'm like, damn, like he's really
giving me chills. You giving me chills right now.
Yeah.
You giving me chills even talking about it. But the first the intro that started the album, I just heard it on. I was, going through different things, trying to find a skit or an intro or whatever. I'm playing different things, and it really was. I put in the search bar people that's in poverty, experiencing, mental health, experiencing pain, experiencing turmoil, but still keeping their faith and expressing themselves. So I put that in for that intro, and that popped up. So I'm hearing it, and I'm like, oh, I can relate to this. And it kind of gave me a sensation of relief. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the stuff he was talking about, I experienced. People judging you, trying to ridicule you, trying to persecute you, in ways that I have to express myself and let it out, And I was like, yo, I could really relate to this from him and his experiences. Let me put this on the album. I was like, I'm pretty sure that a lot of other people, that's my main thing with my music, is to get the listener or the person to feel what I'm feeling and understand that you're not alone. I always have to mention that. The money comes later. Comes later. But that was just for the intro. The outro with Tupac basically is like, people will want you to lower your confidence. They want you to lower your confidence, or they scared of your potentiality and they want to belittle you or make you feel smaller than who you really are. You know what I'm saying? So with Tupac saying what he was saying, like, yeah, I'm gonna speak my mind. I don't care how nobody perceive me or look at me. It doesn't bother me, but I'm still gonna be me at the end of the day. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm still gonna spread love.
That is absolutely phenomenal. I love the way you put it together from beginning to end. It was phenomenal, in my opinion.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you so much, MVP.
You are so welcome, Emerg Da MC.
Yeah, wrong, right? MVP.
Yeah, it do rhyme. Okay. Let me ask you, how long did it take you to put the production together for him? Like, it was 6 months? Was it a month?
Production for him?
Yeah, it had 6 tracks on there. So how long did it take you to do all of them together, like to complete it?
Oh, to complete it, it took me about probably a month and a half or something like that. It probably took me a month and a half, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, probably a month and a half or something like that.
That ain't
I think it was,
bad.
yeah. And the way I like I always say, I do things off of impulse, but it's controlled impulse. So I just, I come out with a title always for the song first, and I go off the title of the song to try to make it relatable as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely know what you're saying. Okay, Emerge, like, as you look forward into the future, what's next on the horizon for Emerge the MC?
What's next on the horizon? I'm getting more in tune with my production, like my making beats and things like that. So
Yeah.
that's what I've been working on. Other things is collabing with some people that follow me on Instagram that's like pretty big names. I don't know if you heard of Professor Griff.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
from
So
Chicago?
Professor Griff, he's
Yeah.
from Brooklyn. Is he from Brooklyn? He's from Brooklyn.
Oh, he from Brooklyn. He was in Chicago not too long ago in November.
Yeah, yes, yes. Professor Griff. So I met him at a conscious get together. I used to go to with my friend Negwa Jet or whatever. Very gave gratitude, very respectable, very down to earth, sense of humor and everything. So I'm looking forward to hitting him up to see if he still remember me. Most likely he do,
Mm-hmm.
to see if we can work together and see what we can do. Like we could do uh something like what he used to do and what he still do, the public enemy type of conscious awareness, historian rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most
And
definitely.
and one more thing I want to say, is another person, Buckshot Shorty. You know who he is?
I never heard of him.
Buckshot Shorty. He was with Black Moon. I don't know if you remember Black Moon from like the early 90s, mid 90s. Black Moon. It was Buckshot Shorty and I forgot the other person name at the moment. I can't remember. But yeah, I'm trying to network with him as well. So that's the thing I have in the horizon for the future. These are people who's really like rap legends and pioneers who started this shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like Professor Griff, like Buckshot Shorty, and other people I'm going to network with as well. People that I look up to, but I'm going to keep that on the back burner. I don't want to talk too much on that.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, I definitely get it. I look forward to any other projects you got coming out because you got like 88 albums out, bro. So I'm serious. I'm like, he working over there, and your beat production is getting nasty. Like, um, what's the one beat I loved? Heart on the Sleeve.
That's the one I featured you on. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yes,
that beat is it. I'm not even playing with you. I wake up with it in my head. Like I'm not even thinking
yeah,
about it, and it's in my
yeah,
head. And
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
damn, that's
And
dope.
what's crazy is that I knew you would fit right on the beat
You did.
because it's kind of like a Chi-Town type, melodic type, common type, just in that area, consciousness and expressing, like I always say that expressing yourself and the consciousness, awareness, and your whole verse was like on another level. And I know you don't really rap, you more of a poet,
Yeah,
but the way you did that on there, I know you was feeling the beat, you was feeling the energy, and you just adapted, you know?
definitely, definitely. I was feeling the concept and everything. When you rap, it's very relatable, and
Mhm.
like, and I'm not even just talking about the street stuff, like, because that's peer pressure too.
It is,
So
it
for
is.
somebody that's never been in the street, I can still understand you.
Yes. It's more like I say, expression. So sometimes I don't care what I say, as long as I'm not talking about the R word or pizza. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying, right?
The all word and pizza,
The R
ara,
word, the
the
R word.
ER word.
Grape, grape, grape.
Oh, yes, yes,
Yes, so I don't want to, as long as I'm not talking about that or kids or touching kids, then all is well. You know what I'm
right.
saying? I just
Hmm.
do my music and express whatever
Yes,
I feel. And I feel like everybody should do that. There's no
yeah,
limitations, there's no limit. What's the worst thing that can happen? Somebody going to perceive you. They don't like what you're saying. Okay, you're going to have a lot of that. People agree with you. People that don't agree with you. People who love you. People that hate you. You got to have tough skin, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, well, Emerge the MC, I want to thank you so much for coming on today's show. I haven't spoken to you like this one-on-one in about a couple of years. So, I
Yep.
expect us to have more conversations in the future. And I look forward to anything else that you got coming out, bro. For real. I love you.
I highly appreciate you, MVP. I love you too. And can I give a few shout outs?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Give some shout outs.
I want to shout out to Keezer G Beats. He's one of the first producers who gave me an opportunity to rap on his beats when I was using YouTube beats. So Keezer G Beats, I love you. Who else? I'm kind of Rulers Inc. Everybody in Rulers Inc. Street the Villain, Katona P, CeeLo DeBar, Mac Montana, and first and foremost, I should have mentioned these two, my cousin and my OG. K Tesla, which is Baby Israel, and my OG Sunny Shines the Black Sun. Let me name a few more. Who else? Dark Summers, which is a producer. And that's it. That's it. If I didn't name you, you already know how we rock. I got love for you. It's love universally forever. And MVP, thank you for the opportunity to be on your platform. I highly appreciate you. Love you, sis. Shout
Love you
out to
too.
Brooklyn.
Shout out to Chicago and Brooklyn. Peace.
Peace.